Welcome to Deep Thought. A person can live a lie for only so long. This is very key to understand because, people, you remember what I was talking about illusions. And you remember I said, even though illusions hurt most people, it's also possible, depending on where you are, that an illusion helps you. Yeah, an illusion can actually help you through life. If you have a certain illusion and or a certain lie, you live in a certain lie, or sometimes people will support what they know to be a lie. They might get into maybe a job situation, some type of movement based on a lie, based on an illusion. But shoot, they getting theirs. They getting theirs. I mean, how many people have joined maybe, quote unquote cult, and they know it was some bull, and it was like whoever's leading it, all they doing is just getting money and getting sex. But they know it's some bull, but they getting something out of it, so they support it. It could be how somebody's making money. There's plenty of people who've worked for maybe corporations, businesses who were doing some wrongdoing, and they making a lot of money. And we know the business, corporation, organization was doing some wrongdoing because invariably there's a whistleblower that comes forward and say, "Hey, you know what? This is what this group is doing." But you get for every whistleblower, there's 100,000 people in the same position who are like, shoot, hey, I'm making money. I'm going to look the other way. You know? Like you get let me use the racism example. You get some organizations where they got blatant institutional racism. Blatant. And, you get some people, and they ain't necessarily like, say, the common racism out here, even though there's different forms, white against black. And you might have somebody white who's a very good person. They ain't racist, but they know there's some bullshit happening on the job. But they know if they say something, they get in trouble. So you know what? They lie to themselves. They'll tell themselves, hey, it ain't really happening or anything like that. Wow, shit. They're getting a good mortgage out of it. They're getting money. They're getting some status, whatever. But I'm gonna tell you, and that's just one example. It could be in so many ways. It could be generally how somebody's living. It could be you know what? It could be a lie in a relationship. Both parties could be lying about their real feelings. But see, here's the problem with it, with an illusion, with a lie, with a false belief system. It can only last for so long. It can last for so long. That's why you got situations. Y'all see situations out here where you might have a celebrity or a politician, or it could even be a minister or a spiritual leader, and they go for years. Like they would seem like this good person, but they were hiding something, and it comes to it comes to the light, and then they find out, wait a minute, this person wasn't that good a person. This person wasn't that good a person at all. Seriously, they like, you find out how many scandals have we had or we seen, or how many people we saw one way, but we find out they've been doing some wrong stuff for so long. That's because the lie, the illusion that they were maybe a good person, it falls. See, the thing with a lie, the thing with an illusion is just that. An illusion is just an image. It's just something that somebody puts up, but it's not built on anything. A lie is not a foundation. A lie is a house of cards. Like say you got a table and you start building a house of cards, and you keep building. You can build it big and elaborate. Take a picture, share it on IG. Everybody, but the slightest thing, you can sneeze and that whole house of cards come down. You tap the table, it comes down. Anything. A big enough bug run into it, the house of cards come down. And that's how it is with illusions. That's how it is with lies. I don't care how good it is, how strong it is. I don't care how beneficial it's actually been to a person. As long as that thing is out there, that house of cards can fall. And I don't care. And like I said, for years, like I said, how many celebrities, how many politicians, how many people we thought were good were doing something for years, then we find out now they sitting in a jail cell. I ain't gonna call anyone's names, but hey, think about it. Think about it. Because, the truth was always there. It was hidden. And, because, many people benefit from it being hidden. So, I mean, please, please, right? A person can only live in it. And this is one thing I would say to individuals. You might be doing something, you might be telling yourself a lie or something. You can't. Like I tell you a big lie. I'm gonna tell you a big lie. When people lie about their sexual preferences, that's a very good one. Seriously, you got some people out there that get married, have kids, everything look good, but then something happens and it can find out they not heterosexual. They were living a lie. And then what happens then? A bunch of things fall apart. Families fall apart. Legacies, a whole bunch of stuff. Because the truth always come in. And I'm going to tell you what. It needs to. What can you build on a lie? What can you build on a house of cards? That's not a solid foundation. It might look great. It probably does. Shoot, you seen some house of cards people put up? Man, those things look good. Take a picture of it though. Like I said, shoot. A big truck running by your home or wherever you built it can shake it down. Just a vibration. Like I say, a sneeze. Shoot, maybe a good fart. I mean, seriously. That house of cards is not going to last. It can't. Just the very nature of it, it can't. So any person listening to this, because you know what? Let me go on a tangent. You know what? I don't go on tangents like I used to, so I'm gonna just flow with this one. You know what? Ultimately, what I want to do is help each individual. I'm not trying to start no major movement or anything like that. Each individual, you know how they say, if you can help one person, good. You can help each individual, every single individual. If you can let go that house of cards, you're doing something great. Because that's ultimately the way to change society. Each individual, you get a critical mass of individuals in anything. They don't have to be an organization, don't have to pay dues. They just change how they live. It affects everything else. You know? And I know this, and like I said, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I told you I'm a work in progress. I will maintain that. I'm a work in progress. You know? I got sometimes I'm quick on the trigger. I got a quick temper. People don't just realize it, so I'm working on it. I am really working on it. So, and everybody got something. So, you know what? For everybody listening, if you're going through something, got illusions, false beliefs, do what Uncle Rom did. Work on them. Confront them. Try to get rid of them. So anyway, that's all I got for today. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace and blessings.